Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer RANT. And today I'm going to be reviewing one of these disaster movies for this time around. So I guess I'll just do a quick review here, folks, even though I have like a bunch of other movies how to review and whatnot. But yeah, in the midst of making a bunch of other videos, folks, reviews and whatnot, I'm going to do a quick review for a film titled The Day After Tomorrow. Yes, that movie. Yep. This film definitely has a reputation on, when it comes to movie going. A lot of people would say it's a terrible movie that was directed by this one guy. Yeah. If this guy seems familiar, well, it's because I did review one of his other movies. It's one big piece of shit, the Godzilla remake. And that was awful. So, yeah, when it comes to this director, I did not have a good first impression at all. So when it came to all of his other movies that he made over the years, and yeah, basically left a bad taste in my mouth because the first time I was exposed to this one director, it was not in good news at all. So when it came to this film, we'll be talking about The Day After Tomorrow. Yeah, I had like zero expectations for this movie, like at all, like zero, nothing at all. I was expecting nothing whatsoever, like at all, because of what I was exposed to first. And that's the thing with me, folks. I know it may seem like it might be a bit harsh here, but when it comes to false impressions, they're very important. They're very important with me anyway. So if you make some slog and then continue to make some slog, well, that's on you. So yeah, that's the thing with me, folks. As usual, I do have to talk about the plot for this movie. And, okay, yeah, I guess. Anyway, everybody wants to talk about the whole thing with disasters, all the action, explosions, cities getting fucked up, people trying to run away from things getting crushed and whatnot. Because when you think about it, that's the only thing people remember about it. What are the characters' names? You don't remember. Who, whose story are we supposed to care about? You don't remember at all. What about the music score? You don't remember. Who's the main characters really? You don't really know. But yeah, just whatever. Yeah, this. Oh boy. Yeah, but point being, this is supposed to be like one of those action sci-fi type of movies. The character, if I remember correctly, named Jack Hall. Yeah, he has his own type of a job. What is his type of job? Okay, no one really cares. At least the viewer's not gonna care anyway. But anyway, the thing is that he must make a daring, um, I guess this task, this adventure. He must do something for the Washington D.C. I must do this to go all the way to New York City to pretty much reach his son. And let's just say that things, of course, are pretty crazy when there's suddenly this international storm, which basically plagues the entire planet Earth into a brand new ice age. And destruction, then more destruction, floods, destruction, more destruction, and then more destruction, stuff getting destroyed, something with cars and whatnot, buildings collapsing and all that jazz. So, like I said, that's the only thing you're going to remember from this movie, folks. It's about as hollow you can get, really. There's like no real meat to this movie at all. It's just one of those disaster movies that doesn't try to do anything really. But Jack Hall, if I remember his name correctly, isn't in this place, the Antarctica. When he discovers that yes, there's a huge ice sheet that has pretty much shear off from its course or whatever. But what he does not know is that this event, well, yes, of course, as you can guess yourself, will in fact trigger a massive climate shift to the planet. And yes, of course, as you again guess yourself, would totally affect in a negative manner the entire Earth's population. So, of course, things get from bad to worse rather immediately, and just get progressively worse from there for everybody on planet Earth, So yes, something must be done about this immediately. Of course, as fast as you can. But yeah, that is basically what's going on in this movie. Really, that's about it. And yeah, those of course. Meanwhile, his son Sam is with his friends in New York City to attend an event. Right there, they do discover that it has been raining nonstop for the past 2 days for some reason. And after a series of rather related disasters that began to occur all over the world, everybody seemed to realize that everyone in the world is about to enter a new ice age. And yes, the world population is trying to evaporate into the warmer climate of the South. However, the thing is that Jack himself makes a daring attempt to rescue his son and, of course, his friends who are permanently stuck in New York City. And yeah, of course, they have to survive and whatnot before if the end goes on and kills them, I guess you can say, in other words. And yeah, like I said, there's not much of this movie. What I just said is that's it. What you see is what you get. There's nothing below the surface. No, okay, no pun intended. When it comes to the narrative, that's literally all there is to this movie. That's it. Yes, to be fair, I have reviewed films that were inherently worse than this movie. So yeah, I've already reviewed a ton of crap. I could have easily filled this entire video talking about movies that are far worse in the movie. And that's not me being hyperbolic or anything. I'm literally saying I have reviewed films that are a lot worse than this movie. And just trying to give you a bit of perspective here is all I'm saying, folks. That is it. That's it. I'm trying to let you know. Yeah, I've reviewed so much crap, so much bottom of the barrel stuff over the years on being on YouTube. So yeah, just keep that in mind, alright? But that doesn't mean that this movie is out of the woods. Because it's still not very good. No. It has some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard. The music's generic. The story, there's very little story. And for what it has, is not important. I don't care about none of the characters. They're one-dimensional. And all you really care about is, of course, the action set pieces. That's it. That's all you really want to see, really. When you see these types of movies from this director, all you want to see is the destruction scenes. And yeah, this movie does deliver that. So yes, it's no high-class entertainment by any means, but it does deliver what it's trying to do. So, I guess I should count for something, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, ultimately, folks, I honestly didn't care for this movie really, like at all. Still wasn't very good though. Still wasn't very good. Ah shit! It's Mr. Monkey. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not gonna buy this garbage, okay, man? Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I guess the movie's kind of okay compared to the other garbage I've seen over the years, I suppose. But still, folks, come on. Not that I'm expecting this movie to be accurate when it comes to science, because that's not what the people went to see these movies for, like at all. Yes, I was not expecting this movie to be like 100% realistic or anything for that matter. At the end of the day, folks, my biggest gripe against this film is that it's cliched. It's very cliche. It's the same exact type of movie when it comes to this disaster genre. Of course, again, not that I was expecting this film to be some grand cinematic masterpiece on by any means. I was not expecting that whatsoever, obviously. But still, I didn't care for it. I guess the pacing was pretty fast. That's what count for something, I guess. But still, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 4.9 out of 10. It gets a 4.9 out of 10. It was almost okay. It was almost okay. Later.